while you're being served with wines 7 and 8, let me tell you we are moving on to Lanson. One of them is Clos Lanson, the debut vintage of Clos Lanson from a little walled vineyard next to the headquarters of Lanson in Reims. It's 100% Chardonnay, and one block was planted in 1962, another in 1986, after the frosts of 1985. The grapes, before they launched Clos Lanson, used to go into a mixture of their vintage champagne and even the non-vintage Black Label. And they launched it to celebrate Philippe Béjot's acquisition of Lanson in 2006. It always ripens very early. When we were there in late August, they were going to pick it the next day. I said it was 100% oak fermented. I think it can, it sometimes shows oak, but we'll see. And then Gold Label, the other one, is a Gold Label Brut vintage 2005 in Magnum, which I was told, but I will await the bit of paper at the end, was 53% Pinot Noir, 47% Chardonnay. And this is in Magnum, like the rest of our vintage wines. And I think their current vintage in bottles is 08. Is that right? I made a note of that, but 05 in Magnum. So we'll see. Obviously, there's no malolactic is the signature of Lanson, and would have applied to both these wines. But Hervé Danton, the new chef de cave there from the 2013 vintage onwards, is introducing a little bit of malolactic conversion. So the wines may not be quite as austere in youth as they have traditionally been. But that does not apply to these two particular wines, 7 and 8. So let's see what you think.
So wine number 7 is Clos Lanson, maybe. And I'm assuming that means we've got a majority for the vintage 05. Yeah, there we go. So.
Everybody is absolutely right. The wine number 7 is Clos Lanson 2006 with that, high acidity. And the Lanson 2005 in Magnum is the wine number 8. I got that wrong. I thought up to now it was quite obvious, but I thought there was more depth to the wine number 8. And so I went for the other way around. Clos Lanson 2006, 100% Chardonnay, dosage 3 grams per litre, disgorged December 14, on the lees 7 years, whereas the Gold Label in Magnum was on lees 9 years, and 49% Chardonnay, 51% Pinot Noir, dosage 8 grams per litre, disgorged November 2015, and on the lees 9 years, as I say. And I thought they, as I say, for me, they were much closer together than any of the pairs so far. Very well done for the room. What about which ones they liked? We have to disregard. So people slightly preferred the 05 vintage, having correctly identified it, which is quite interesting. Because I think, isn't that the first time that people have... No, Dom Moët was slightly preferred to Dom. And again here, the vintage is definitely preferred to the Prestige Cuvée. Although I think I'm right in saying that the difference in price is not quite as marked as with some of the Prestige Cuvées.
No, but the pricing is about 160 for the
Clos Lanson is 160, and the Lanson Gold label is about 60. I think I'm going to need to research these, don't I?